The concerns that I've seen include the use of groundwater. I don't know about contamination, that's certainly a concern too, but the quantity of water that's needed and the power infrastructure that would be needed are some of my immediate concerns on the commercial part of it. The individual part, the medicinal part, all of those are separate questions in this regard.
Thank you. And Cora Heiser, what's your position on permitting legal, commercial, regulated marijuana growth in the industrial area?
Well, I don't know of any industry that could come in without having to first go through a lot of environmental studies. So I think all of those, questions would be answered. And if they're answered positively, I'm for it. I think the taxes for it should go to fund our sewer, pot for the potty. That'd be a cute little saying there. But the sewer system is going to be very expensive. And I'd like to find an alternative way to pay for it than out of my pocket. So I'm for it. I will tell you that occasionally on a summer night I get a big whiff of someone who's growing those 6 plants. And so it just depends on, it can be a good smell or it can be a bad smell. It just depends on you. And I had a hard time getting my husband to come in the house. But yes, I'm for it.
Thank you, Cora. Okay. Cora, hang on to that microphone.
I'll stop being funny.
Okay.
I didn't get to answer that.
I apologize. You did not. So I will now give you a chance to answer that.
Thank you.
Okay?
Well, here's the thing. What I think about is I think about it as a whole. And so the biggest thing is that we talk about having a good relationship with the base. And so it's still a federal offense. And all of those service members on that base, if they were to do that and come up positive on a urinalysis test, then they basically ruin their entire career. So, why even put that there? There are other areas, close to this community that do have those commercial growers and things like that. And you can believe that the base knows how many families they have living in those areas. And their concern and their situation is that they want those families to be closer to the base to here in 29 Palms because we don't have those things. So, yes, I would be willing to look at it because it comes to the council, but I would be saying no right now, based on those things like that. So.
All right, thank you. That brings us almost to a close. We're going to give our candidates each 2 minutes for a closing statement. We're just going to reverse the order as we did on the opening statement. So now our closing statements, we will start with MacArthur Wright. MacArthur Wright, closing statement.
All right, so see, you got that fast clock. I'm going to read what I got this time. First of all, I want to thank Gary and his crew for hosting this event. There was a very good exchange of ideas and philosophy from all the candidates. If there's anything you should take away from this debate is this. As your future council person, I'm committed to listen to all citizens with respect and dignity when faced with the decision on both the small and large scale. I will objectively weigh all ideas and thoughts. I have a proven ability to work well with the city staff to determine common ground, develop solutions, and analyze information objectively. 29 Palms needs someone who understands and embraces our local traditions and values while also bringing to the table a broad perspective. I'm committed to advocating for our homeless population by supporting programs which will help. I will continue to support and work toward bringing more much needed resources for veterans in this community. I stand behind the revitalization of Project Phoenix so it may create an environment where our businesses can flourish and thereby help our local quality of life to thrive. As we conclude tonight, I want to share this quote from Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a few thoughtful citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Citizens of 29 Palms, your vote makes a difference and your opinion matters. If re-elected, I will strive to bring county and state resources to 29 Palms and continue to develop and grow our infrastructure. It is also my desire to see the city grow even stronger. I will do my part in making sure that 29 Palms is a safe, thriving community where people will want to make their home. Together, we can make this happen. So I respectfully ask for your vote for 29 Palms City Council, District Number 5. Together, we will continue to make this community our hidden gem in the desert. I stand behind my word of honor, courage, and commitment to continue to faithfully serve God, my country, and this wonderful community. Remember, a vote for MacArthur Wright on November 6th is a vote for the right choice. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Mayor. And with a closing statement, Carmelette O'Gilder.
I thank you for taking out your time to come to the forum this evening. I would like for you to seriously consider me for District 4. I'm not a politician, but I am a concerned citizen. I have ideas, goals, and values that I would like to help to move our city forward in the future. We have a beautiful city, but we can do so much more with what we have, our resources. I want to bring businesses and jobs to the area. I want to help promote pride within our community. We are like a jewel, but we need a little polishing, and I'm not afraid to pull up a sleeve and to do whatever is necessary to help propel us forward into the future. I think that we should think just not past ourselves. We need to think past ourselves. We need to think about our children and our children's children. I'm a grandparent. I would love for my grandchild to want to stay in 29 Palms as a choice, not as I have nowhere else to go. So help me to take 29 Palms into the future.
Thank you. Daniel Mintz, your closing statement.
Thank you, Gary. And again, thank everyone for being here tonight. It's obviously sitting here listening to all this can be tedious, but hopefully everyone got something out of this. Because as city council members, we know that we have hard decisions to make. I know I'm running for District 3, but I think every councilor should be trying to do the right thing for the whole city, not just their district. I know I will. I had to vote for the districts, but I didn't want to. It was a state law. I didn't want to pay any more money to some lawyer just so he could get rich off a loophole in the law. Well, I've been in city council, and before that on the planning commission, I tried to learn as much as I can about how other cities in the state works, so I can make sure that we get our fair share in our city. And again, that's why I go to Sacramento. I talk to state legislators and our federal legislator to help us get monies for our city. And I've worked hard to develop relationships with our legislators to remind them that we are here, and that we're just as important as the big cities, because they seem to always get the attention in this state. Some of these efforts have paid off, and we have received grants, and that we can use to improve our city. The $6 million came from our state legislator on some meetings that we had with him. I'm excited about project fittings in our downtown. The infrastructure is being designed right now, the stuff you can really see, the underground utilities, and other things you'll be able to see here shortly. I still am going to take a while, like all the construction projects do, but we're making steady progress. And when it's done, it will be a place for the entire community to enjoy. I'm also proud to report that our city is in good financial shape. We paid off all our unfunded retirement liabilities, and we have a balanced budget. We've had a balanced budget since the day I've been elected. And we've even been able to put money in savings. Every year we've put money away, even though we've spent down some of our reserves, but we've used it for good purposes. So I really believe in 29 Palms. I really want the city to thrive. I'm not afraid of hard work and hard decisions. I will show up. I will listen. I work side by side with everyone willing to try to move the city forward. So, if you live anywhere in town, I would love for you to meet with you and hear your thoughts. And if you live in District 3, I really appreciate your vote. Thank you.
With a closing statement, Cora Heiser.
I want to thank everyone for coming out as well, and I also believe that you have two great choices in each of your districts, and I think that's a pretty cool thing for 29 Palms. But I'm once again humbly asking you to put me back in as your representative. I believe in a transparent government, an accountable government, a small government, where we get out of the way and we let the private sector flourish and do what it needs to do. So I'm asking you again humbly to let me serve you. So thank you very much for coming out.
With a closing statement, Denise Cullum.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you all for coming out, listening to us, hearing our stance on the different issues. I'd like to ask your support and vote for to be your representative for City Council District 3. I am very passionate about 29 Palms. I know it's my first time doing an open forum. It's a little intimidating, but make no mistake that I love this city. I'm interested in its growth. I'm interested in its small business people, the mom and pop shops, our homeless. I am interested in sustainable growth, financial growth and security. I'm interested in that. And I'm interested in not only the district, but the people have to say, but I am interested in the city as a whole, and I'll be open to talk to anyone at any time. I make myself available for that. Thank you.
Thank you. And with a closing statement, John Cole.
Thank you folks for being here. Good questions tonight. Learned a lot about the things that you're concerned about. I learned a lot about the candidates up here too. We have some tremendous resources sitting up on this, and no matter which three of us don't get back on or get on the council, I think you're going to see a lot of commitment. I know I certainly have it to this community. Started in the schools, have a lot of attachment, and the 29 Palms aura, if you will, grows on you. I'll have alumni come back and we'll meet and talk about the old days and our athletic activities and some of those. But the thing that comes out oftentimes is these then kids will say, this was home. I only went here 2 or 3 years, but this was home. And there's something about 29 Palms in that spirit. And I think that same spirit is going to carry us forward in dealing with these issues, the issues that are concerned for us. In the immediate future, some of the things we can handle right now, other things are going to take us longer to get there. So we're going to have to be patient and work with one another and care about one another. I think that's the other part of it. So I hope to continue to be on the council. I would indeed be honored to do that, because I'm certainly committed to staying here and being a part of the community. And so District 4, vote for Cole.
That concludes our City Council Candidates Forum. I'd like to thank you all for coming.